Well, Ethan, back for not another beer review, but for an album review. And I'm going to be reviewing Demons and Wizards by Uriah Heep. So, I actually just bought this vinyl, this record, this LP, a week ago. I have been on a huge Uriah Heep kick in the last couple months. I'd heard of them before recently, but recently I've just been getting into them more. I watched some YouTube videos of people, talk about them and mention the band. And so I really decided to start exploring the band and the music. And this is actually their fourth album. They are from the United Kingdom, from England. This was released in 1972, May of 1972. On Bronze Records and in the UK and Mercury Records in the US. And as I mentioned, this is their fourth album. Their first album, which I have on CD, is called Very Heavy, Very Humble. Great debut. Think of like Cream, the band Cream, and Deep Purple, like a mix of those two. This band reminds me of a little bit of Deep Purple and a little bit of Cream, but also it's progressive rock. I think some of these early Uriah Heep albums, along with like your Genesis, which I don't know a lot of Genesis, but I know their influence on the genre of progressive rock and metal. And I would say these guys in Genesis probably some of the godfathers of progressive rock in the early 70s, as well as, Deep Purple, Child in Time is a great classic progressive number. Their first album, Very Heavy, Very Humble. Their second album is called Salisbury. Great album. It has like a tank on the front. And I have Very Heavy, Very Humble on CD. I need to get Salisbury. Their third album is called Look at Yourself, which I saw in a vinyl collection at an antique shop recently, and I didn't get it, and I regret not getting it. But this one I got last week at a antique shop in Cumming, Georgia. I got it for $12. No joke. $12 used vinyl, Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards. Fourth album. All right, the band consisted of Gary Thane on bass guitar, Lee Kerslake, drums and percussion, Mick Box on guitars, Ken Hensley on the keyboards, the Hammond organ, the dun-dun-dun, very popular in the early 70s rock music, David Byron on vocals. Great vocalist, David Byron. Very underrated. Right up there with Ian Gillan of Deep Purple. You could argue. The songs are The Wizard. Great opening track. Kind of a mellow, starts out slow with some acoustic rock. Builds up. Traveler in Time, the second track. Great song. Easy Livin', their sort of one of their first kind of almost radio hits, a hit single from this album, as well as The Wizard. Easy Livin', it has that, that Hammond organ bass riff and a nice guitar lick, and, it's just an easy song to sing along to, just a nice 70s rock song. Poet's Justice, a great song. Circle of Hands to finish off side one, great song, sort of progressive, longer song. And then side two, Rainbow Demon to kick it off. Great song. Amazing song. Starts off kind of slow and mellow, kind of somber, with that nice, Hammond organ intro, and then it builds up. All My Life is the next track, short kind of rocker song. And then the last track, Paradise / The Spell, is a 12-minute number. Progressive rock classic to me. Underrated progressive rock classic. On a lot of their albums, they would have a longer track. Their second album, Salisbury, they had the title track, Salisbury. That's a longer track. I believe Look at Yourself had a longer track as well. I can't remember the name. But this album, and you got the great cover art inside there. You got pictures of the band in the recording studio. Really cool. Very interesting. I love it. I love it. I love it. The fourth album from them, I don't know a lot of their stuff after this album. The first four, to me, are their best. Well, I haven't listened to a lot of the ones that came after, but from what I've heard of them, I don't like them quite as much. Is this my favorite Uriah Heep album? I don't know. It's one of my favorite. I'm sure glad to have it, and I'm glad I got it for $12. And I'll be getting Salisbury and Look at Yourself in the future, more than likely, because I love this band. I think they're quite underrated. You hear a lot about Deep Purple. You hear a lot about Cream. You hear a lot about some of those, Led Zeppelin, some of those early 70s bands, Black Sabbath. But these guys are really good, underrated to me. I know a lot of people who really love them. They're really, special to them, and they are to me as well. And I don't think the masses who love rock music know this band as well as they should, because I speak from experience. I didn't know much about these guys, and I claimed to love rock music, but I really researched these guys and started listening to their albums, and great stuff. Great progressive hard rock, early 70s. Yeah, their songs The Wizard and Easy Livin' released as singles in the UK and North America. Their first album, their debut, did not get popular reviews. Got negative reviews, much like Black Sabbath's debut. A lot of people compared them to Blue Oyster Cult, Cream. Again, Cream mixed with Deep Purple. That's what these guys remind me of. The standout tracks on this album to me: The Wizard, Traveler in Time, Easy Livin', and Rainbow Demon. Check out Rainbow Demon. It's a great song. I love that cover art too. This is such a great album. Again, I don't even know if it's their best. I might like Salisbury, their second the best. Their first is so good though too. I need to listen to Look at Yourself, their third album, more, but Salisbury, their second, with the tank on the front, that might just be my favorite Uriah Heep album. It's almost perfect from beginning to end. It has the song, Lady in Black on it, or Woman in Black, I can't remember. The Park, Salisbury, Bird of Prey, that's a great song. High Priestess. Great vocalist, David Byron. Great guitarist, Mick Box. Check out these guys. I highly recommend them. I'm in a Facebook group called Rock and Roll Club, and I shared a song of this band, and people, I was really thrilled to see, not surprised, but I was thrilled to see people say, "Oh, great band, I love them. They're so good and underrated." Because I feel like in the people that I know, they don't know who these guys are, and it's nice to be able to, see online like-minded people who've heard of this band and love them as much as I do. So that was really cool. As far as a rating on this album, well, I guess with albums you could do like stars: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. This gets a 4.5 out of 5. It's not perfect, it's not a 5-star. Salisbury and very heavy, very humble. They might be a little better than this one, but again, this is probably their most easy living, the song, right? Ironically. This is when they kind of consolidated their sound. They shortened their songs. They were some more traditional rock sounding. The first two are sort of progressive, dark, and heavy. I think I like those first two a little better, but this one, so close. I mean, it is so close on which ones I like better. But this, 4.5 out of 5 stars. What is that? 90 out of 100. Well, I think that would be Well, no, 4.5 times 2 is 9. 5 times 2 is 10. So it would be a 9 out of a 10, a 90. You know, now that I think about it, a 90 out of 100, I think that's kind of lowballing it. I'll give this a 92. It's a great album from a great band from England. Underrated. I know a lot of people know of them and love them, but I wish, classic rock radio, they don't play a lot of good stuff, and really it's pretty tiresome. They play the same stuff over and over again. I wish the classic rock stations and rock, popular and greatest rock song lists included some of the songs from this band, because they're great. And this album in particular, Rainbow Demon, come on, that's a great rock song. You could put that up against Led Zeppelin any day, in my opinion. And that's coming from a guy who loves Led Zeppelin. Check out Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards. Their fourth LP, released in 1972, 92 out of 100 score for me, 4.5 stars out of 5. Thank you for watching this album review.